Okay, it looks like we're live. I'm gonna just check in the group to make sure that we can see it. Yep, we are live.
Ooh.
All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Colleen Mitchell. I am a writer, a podcast host, a life coach, and I also have a full-time job in the power industry. So I do a lot of stuff, which means sometimes I want to procrastinate. With me today is Nadalie Bardo, an expert on goal setting, goal slaying, and conquering procrastination. Her book, which is called Conquering Procrastination, is out right now on Kindle, and the paperback, which is this one, launches on September 29th. Is that correct, Nadalie?
Yes, it is. So it'll ship. You can pre-order now, but they'll ship on the 29th to you.
Awesome. So I just finished it this morning, and basically every page has resonated with me, and I also dog-eared all the ones that I need to go back and look at. And so the back cover summary, since summaries are important for buying books, procrastination is a losing battle full of last-minute stress, risks, and rushed results. Find out how to tackle your to-do list and build better habits with Conquer Procrastination. This essential guide is full of practical, easy-to-implement strategies to help you manage time, tap into motivation, stay focused, build momentum, and get stuff done. Take control of your life by discovering your personal procrastination style and the triggers that lead you to put things off. Face your habits head on with straightforward, evidence-based solutions to help you break through harmful everyday habits or everyday patterns. By using these real and relatable methods at home, in school, or at work, you can conquer procrastination and put productivity in charge. So for those who are unfamiliar with you and your work, could you tell us a bit about your story and how you ended up writing an entire book on procrastination?
So one confession, that's actually the first time I've read the back. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I did, write and read the inside of the book. So my quick story is, I was living the normal 9-to-5 life, and I guess I was a bit unhappy. So ended up, having an exit, and I took it, and I spent about a year trying to figure out what it is I wanted to do. Discovered that there are people, just living this life, or they work from home and they're just making money. And I'm like, I want that. So I started the blog, honestly, just as a way of dealing with my thought processes. Like, I'd gone to university. I spent 8 years in university. I have a master's, I have a postgrad diploma. Like, I was really committed to getting like a real job. And then I got the real job, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I spent all this money and all this time for this. So this just very disillusioned with like the real world. And so I started the blog just to rant and rave like through my emotions. And somehow 4 years later, I've got 300 blog posts, a couple of courses, a printable planner, the Slayer Goals Planner, which everyone loves. And I realized that a lot of people felt the same. I would ask the question of, do you feel successful? And are you happy? And these are people who were like good jobs, like even in relationships, living happy lives, but yet something was still, disconnected. And that's why I focused in on slaying your goals, as you can see my sign behind me, because I realized like, we can set goals, we can do all these things, but procrastination, big hurdle to achieving your goals, motivation, all these things that it's so simple on paper, just set goals and you're good, right? A lot of the gurus out there are telling you to do this, but hey, like that's like step 0. So that's kind of been my journey. And
So your blog is called It's All You Boo.
Oh yeah, I didn't say that. Sorry.
Nope. So I have used your Slay Your Goals planner, and you're the person who taught me about setting your intention. And that's been really useful for me, especially in my whole goal setting journey. So in your research for the book, what were the major reasons that you found that people do procrastinate?
So shout outs to all the amazing psychologists who've dedicated their life to this. I have to give them props because I'm not the one who did this research. I simply read about it and shared it in my own way. So when it comes to procrastination, there are a few things. And the big one is your emotions, like whether that's having negative feelings, regarding the task. I think a big misconception about procrastination is that a lot of people will tell you like how to beat procrastination, but they never actually tell you what the source of your procrastination is. And it's emotional mismanagement. And basically, we're not avoiding the task itself. We're typically avoiding our feelings about the task. So, why don't you do your taxes? Oh, it's boring, right? Like, so we avoid it. Or why don't you exercise? Oh, it's going to be too hard. Or, oh, it's going to take so long to get results. Oh, I don't feel confident in my workout clothes. Like, if we think about it, think about all the thoughts that we have when we're about to procrastinate. And I really do believe that it's negative emotions, whether it's stress, overwhelm, boredom. Like, we go through so many in the book. There's also, a lack of value. So perhaps the activity or the assignment, in our conscious mind, we don't see, and also in our subconscious, we don't see the actual value of doing it. So we don't, we haven't connected with it. Maybe we don't know what our why or intention is. So we're just like trying to force ourselves to do this thing where it has no meaning to us. Another issue, which I found really interesting, is that this disconnection between present self and future self. So like, it's actually, there's some really interesting studies out there where they even did MRI scans of people thinking about your future self, and the area of your brain associated with other people is what lights up. So it's kind of crazy to think that, your future self, you think of it as another person.
Yeah, future self has been a good tool for me for looking forward, but I didn't know that the brain actually considers it a separate person entirely. That's really interesting.
If you haven't trained yourself to like really connect with who that person is, like, so in that study, they talk about how, for example, people don't save for retirement because they can't see themselves as that older version of themselves that needs this nest egg. But, by doing some exercises, like one of the ones they do is like even just making you look old and wrinkly, and you're like, oh, it's me. And like that, it seems so simple, but like that kind of trains you to see value in, okay, I'm going to put in the time now, or I'm going to invest, like put money aside now, which means you won't be able to buy certain things today so that tomorrow, or like 10 years, 20, 30 years from now, you can. So yeah, I think it's those issues, emotions, negative emotions, having no perceived value, and also a disconnection from your future self.
Awesome. So could you summarize how the topics from chapters 2 through 7 fit together to conquer procrastination? And for everybody who's listening, the chapters 2 through 7 are set your tasks and goals, get time on your side, tap into your motivation, get focused, stay focused, give yourself incentives, and looking ahead.
Yeah, so all of that is like, I'm sure it's like personal development 101, right? This is very much like the bread and butter of how to, invest in yourself and achieve something. So to me, like, I look at the chapters of the book this way. Like, chapter 1 is psychology of procrastination. So we very much start with, okay, why is it that you're not getting things done? Once we kind of figure that out, there's a quiz, you can figure out what type of procrastinators you are, because you can be more than one. And then we kind of work to deconstruct the habit. And I honestly do believe that the best place to start is with setting tasks and goals, because, otherwise we're just aimless. We need to focus, figure out what our priorities are, make a plan. And we add on each block, whether that's motivation, whether that's how to stay focused, whether that's managing your time, so that, instead of just being stuck in this place of procrastination, it's like, okay, I have my plan now. And as the days go on, okay, I need to manage my time better. That's helping me, contain this habit, or, to make a different choice in those moments. And then, oh, maybe it's motivation is the issue. Because like for some people, it is motivation, right? And feeling a lack of it can trigger your procrastination. So, okay, I'm not motivated right now. Instead of me just going to my default procrastination setting, how can I, train myself to do something else? Can I take a baby step? Can I use my take action ritual? So, and then incentives is more like connecting with your future self in a very real way, like giving you something to look forward to in a positive way, as opposed to in the negative, oh, I got to get something done way. So, procrastination is very much a habit, right? in case anybody doesn't know what it is, being lazy isn't procrastination. Procrastination means that you had an opportunity to get started earlier or to get something done, but you chose not to. So if you never had an opportunity to do it, you've been busy, you weren't procrastinating, and that was like maybe priorities issue. So in that moment where you're about to do something, you say, oh, I'm gonna watch Netflix. Oh, I'm gonna go clean because, cleaning is like my way of procrastinate. So I think, 2 to 7 is really about, okay, how do we react to these emotions or this lack of value in a better way so that we can get started, so we can get something done? Does that make sense? Do you agree? You just read it.
Yeah, I did just read it, and I actually bought new notebooks to write all my tasks down.
I love notebooks.
Something that just popped into my head is, do you have an example of a specific like procrastination moment that just sticks out in your mind as to what not to do?
Procrastination moment. I'm trying to think for myself, what do I do nowadays? My procrastination is like, I'm not trying to say I'm 100% cured, but I've managed that mischief, like seriously, because I do think a lot of the times when we procrastinate, I think a great one is overthinking. We all like say things like, oh, I wish I had more time. I feel so busy. Oh, I just can't get to it. Right. But how about this? Instead of spending 10 hours thinking about something, worrying about something, wondering, oh, should I do it? Oh, all these things could go wrong. What would, we spend so much time in our head overthinking and just over everything, right? Being overwhelmed. But if we could just compress that time between the thought of doing something and actually doing something, then we could get like so much more done and just feel better about it. So I think a lot of the times it's overthinking. Like for me, it was overthinking. I overthought quitting my job. So when I talk about procrastination, it's never just about getting things done. It's about changing your life and being who you want to be and achieving the things you want to achieve. And I put it off because of, oh, what will people think? Oh, I spent all this time going to school. Oh, I'm supposed to be happy. And I think if we could, repurpose that emotional energy into just doing the thing we want to do, So yeah, and I think a great example is cleaning. I have a friend who she's like, every time I'm supposed to be writing an article, I just start cleaning. And because it's like busyness and it's kind of productive, like we're getting something done. It's just not the most important, most impactful, most urgent thing that we need to do. Right. So I think a lot of us, it was Paula of Busy Being Awesome who said like procrastinate working, right? So you're like, you're working, you're doing stuff, maybe that's cleaning out your email inbox instead of, creating a new product, or, we're doing things, but it's not the most important thing. So we kind of have to be conscious of that, the ways that we busy ourselves to make us feel better that we're doing something, even though we're not doing the right thing. Yeah. That makes sense.
There was a moment for me in community college that I realized I had a problem with procrastination, and it was starting an American Lit paper an hour before it was due. Well, so moments like that can. You
read my intro, right? Like, I did. I won't give away the story. You guys got to read it. It's completely true. Happened to me, and yeah, that was also a turning point for me.
Yeah. So everybody's going to have their own turning point with procrastination. That one was not exactly a turning point for me, but it definitely sticks out as a moment where I was like, oh yeah, I do kind of have a problem with procrastination. Mm-hmm. Well, Natalie, thank you so much for coming on live with me. For everyone watching either live right now or on the replay, go order Natalie's book. The link to Amazon and the book bonuses page are in the description of this video. And I think before it goes live, you can enter to win a prize pack with over, is it $1,300 worth of digital products?
So that's going to happen after, actually.
That's going to happen after.
I think I haven't chosen an exact day to close this giveaway as yet. I'm thinking maybe the 23rd of October will be the last day to enter. Okay. But basically, all the lovely people like Colleen who have helped me get the word out about my book, they've all got amazing products, books, like so many great things. So I was like, hey guys, how about we do a Conquer Procrastination prize pack? It is currently valued at $1,300. So there are courses, There's a membership. You get, I think there's 2 months of the Supporty Accountability app. There's 3 months of a online fitness program. There's like so many things that are going to get you moving, and you're including something too, right?
I am including my ebook, which is called Feed the Good Wolf. And if you want to just check out what that's all about, it's on my website at inspiredforward.com/ebook. So you can get a preview of what that will be like if you win the prize pack.
Definitely. And yeah, pre-order the book. When you do, there's a page, you can just submit a picture of your receipt and I'll give you a free product of your choice. So one of them is my fan favorite Goal Setting 101 e-course. You can get 3 ebooks written by yours truly, or 50 printable mindset mantras, and they're gorgeous. You can, put them in your office and just to help get you moving, because in the book, we also talk about the importance of mindset and changing our thoughts.
Exactly. All right. I will let you go and I will talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.